welcome back to the River District. We're carrying on with the quest that we started last time, and we need to go and upgrade a guard post, and we also need to go into I think it's a sewer.
Maps are used to activate uncleared dig sites. The vault
Now what you find is that if you see on the map everything's green, which basically means everything's been upgraded to some extent, so you need to usually go quite far away from the main quest zone in order to find something to upgrade, but you also have to be careful when you're looking for a sewer, a dungeon or a crypt, because they seem to move around on the map, so you need to actually study the map and look at what each thing is near the guard post, because what might have been a sewer last time may not be a sewer this time. So if you hover over it on the map, it will say crypt, sewer, dungeon. So you just need to make sure that you go to the one that you've got a map for, basically. So I'm upgrading this, and I've got I believe I've got a map for a sewer. So it's just telling you here that this is where your reclaimed things display. So they're in your inventory, but for ease of reference they're up in the top right hand corner as well. So this is a sewer. Is it a sewer? I think it's a sewer. So we've got the map, but we need to buy a pass. So we buy a pass, and that means we can go into the sewer. So this is a sewer. You'll know if you've gone in the right one, because sewers look like sewers. Dungeons look like dungeons, and crypts look like crypts. Well, crypts look quite like dungeons, I suppose. But obviously they have the caskets around the place. So we just need to kill everything so that we can get to the main room at the end. With a few mobs that we encounter on the way. So we're now in the treasure room, and we have to fight a few waves of mobs here in order to complete it. There will usually be a scroll pile somewhere in this room. If you collect it, you'll get a treasure map for the River District, and that will show you the location of a chest out in the main game zone, which you can visit and dig up the chest for the contents. And because we've got the right map, we're able to open the chest. So that's basically completed that part of the quest to enter a sewer. Just finish killing off the mobs. Once we've killed off all the waves, we'll be able to get out. And this is the treasure pile. Got some reclaimed weapons from that. And now we can leave. And that's that part of the quest completed. So if you look at the mini-map on the bottom right hand corner, you can see on the left hand side of it there's two little circles. These fill up as people do things in the river district. So the top one relates to the treasure ship, which is where I'm going now. When that is full, the treasure ship heroic happens, and you can turn up here, take part in the treasure ship major heroic, and this will help with your completion of quests, because you get credit for doing it. So that's the blue circle. The green circle is as people go round and complete the minor heroics in the area, that fills up, and when that is full, one of the Cloaked Ascendancy will stage a counter-attack, and those happen in the respective areas. So it's another major heroic. But it happens in one of, the respective areas. So if it's Girion staging a counter-attack, it's in Girion's area, and Cabal in Cabal's, Nostora in Nostora's, etc. So that's the treasure ship just sailed off, and then when it comes back, you'll find it just magically reappears. Doesn't sail. Oh, there it is. It doesn't sail back up. It sails away, but doesn't sail back. It just reappears. So to fill the treasure ship circle, you have to contribute items. So I've just given some, I think it was reclaimed weapons, and that put some blue back into that circle. So that starts to fill up again, and when it's full, that heroic will turn up again. So that's one way of triggering the heroics to happen, is to do the respective actions that fill up the circle. So I'll hand in this quest now.
We should have the Nashers and these wizards on.
The members of the Cloaked Ascendancy are too powerful to take on as a group. We will need to divide and conquer if we wish to defeat them. To do that, we need to learn more about them. What were their past connections to Neverwinter? Do they have any weaknesses? How do their minions operate? Girion is one of the more mysterious members of the Ascendancy. He appears little affected by his time in the Far Realm, but I suspect the scars run deep in that one. The members of the Cloaked Ascendancy are too powerful to take on as a group. We will need to divide and conquer if we wish to defeat them. To do that, we need to learn more about them. What were their past connections to Neverwinter? Do they have any weaknesses? How do their minions operate? Aside from that brain-addled illusionist Lucan, Nastura's sanity appears to have suffered the most during the Ascendancy's time in the Far Realm. I suggest caution while investigating her background. The members of the Cloaked Ascendancy are too powerful to take on as a group. We will need to divide and conquer if we wish to defeat them. To do that, we need to learn more about them. What were their past connections to Neverwinter? Do they have any weaknesses? How do their minions operate? Cabal the Fire Soul is an interesting case. If my preliminary investigations are correct, he was once known as Cabal the Frail. The Far Realm has obviously changed him.
So these 3 quests that we've just picked up relate to the 3 columns in the campaign window. Each quest you progress through as you complete that section of the campaign. So you can't just go and do these now and get rid of them. They're ongoing quests that will stay in your journal as you progress through the campaign. Each of these main quests does have supplementary quests.
Of all the wizards we are up against, Girion seems to have been most affected by the energies of the Spell Plague and the Far Realm. In order to penetrate his portal defenses, I need details about his minions. I also need samples of the energies flowing through his portal. You are adept at bashing skulls, so I propose you retrieve those samples and get a look at Girion's servants at the same time. Take these orbs and activate them at the locations I have marked. To get you through the wards around Cabal's portal, I need to know more about how he works his magic. A good place to start is with the constructs patrolling Ember Hollow. Destroy a few and bring back samples of their armor. I I also need to know how autonomous these constructs are. Here are some orbs. They contain an improved version of the scrying spells we employed in the Sea of Moving Ice. Place them at the locations I have marked with runed rocks. To penetrate Nestora's portal, we need to determine the source of her power. It pains me to say this, but I'm hardly an expert on Fey magic, entirely too chaotic for my tastes. However, if you recover...
My fellow merchants have requested assistance in the River District. I think you would be splendidly suited for this. If you would undertake these tasks for me on a regular basis, I would be most grateful. But don't neglect helping Neverwinter in the struggle for this district. After all, should he lose, we all lose.
So this is the first of the daily quests, and you complete this by going round the 3 areas and completing the minor heroics at those ritual sites. You can also complete it by doing one of the supplementary quests that we'll look at in a minute, which involve visiting a crypt, visiting a dungeon, visiting a sewer, killing mobs within a certain area. You can also get credit towards this by giving items to the treasure ship, by giving magic to the ritual sites. So there's a number of different ways that you can actually complete the mercantile missions. You can just go around and kill stuff in the River District, and you'll eventually build up credit towards this main quest. But the main way to complete it, I think the best way to complete it, is by doing the heroic encounters, because as well as the evidence of evil that you'll get for completing this quest, there's a chance that you'll get extra evidence of evil by completing the heroics. So it's better to do those because you get the chance to get a few extra evidence of evil, which helps towards your campaign.
A merchant friend of mine is concerned a relative's remains may be disturbed by all the excavation in the River District. A merchant friend of mine left behind some valuable magic items when he made his escape from the river. A merchant friend of mine lost some valuable weapons as he made his escape from the River District through the sewers. Many families left behind items of little monetary worth, but tremendous sentimental value. A merchant friend of mine would like to visit his property in person. However, he is fearful of the many hostile creatures in the River District. His bodyguard will accompany him on the visit, but he would feel better if someone with your reputation cleared the area first. This letter contains the details.
So as you can see, there was a big list of supplementary quests there. Don't worry, you don't have to do them all. You have to pick one of those, and that quest will help you to complete the mercantile missions quest. So I always choose secure the area, which just happens to be right at the bottom of the list, and you will be allocated to complete this quest an area of the River District. A lot of times it'll be one of the areas where you're going to be doing the minor heroics anyway. So that enables you to complete 2 quests whilst doing one. And you might as well do one thing to complete 2 rather than 2 things to complete 2, if that makes sense. So this quest is another way of getting extra evidence of evil. It will drop on the floor when you're killing mobs around the river district. If you pick it up, you can accept the quest from your inventory, and it will then lead you to 2 markers and a treasure chest. So you just follow it, follow the trail. It'll bring you to a small set of stones which you click on. It says you've deciphered the first marker, and it will then switch to the second marker so that you can follow and go and decipher the second marker. So we'll go and do that. Get to the second marker. So there's different versions of this. In this particular case, that was my first marker, but the marker isn't always in the same place. It does appear as a little diamond on your map each time the location is set. So the second marker for me, it's taking me this way. I don't know why, it's a long way. Oh, I need to set it as a... I've not got it as my active quest. I need to set it as my active quest. Which I'll do now when I find it. There, so I should now have a trail. It'll take me to where it is. Back the way I came. Slightly. So this, it's actually in the top right hand corner of the... bottom right hand corner of the map, this one. I need to go left. I have got a trail, but it sometimes takes a little bit of a while to decide which way it's going to take you. Sat nav, you know what sat nav's like. So we just follow. Now if I get attacked when I'm going around these places, I just keep going. They eventually give up and go away. Right, so the second set of stones is here. So again, we just click on it, we decipher it, and now we know the location of the chest. So we'll go and open that up and see what we get out of it. So in this version of this quest, the end chest is here, but it may not be. Like I say, there are different versions of this quest, so you might end up with different markers. Oh my god, get up the stairs. Different versions or different locations of the markers and different locations of the end chest. So you can see there on the right hand side there's a pile of stones which are sparkling. So I just need to dispatch the mobs that are around here, and then I'll be able to dig up that pile and access the stuff in the chest. Right, what are we gonna get? Yay! An evidence of evil. Job done. Thanks for watching.